There's this massive stigma about taking breaks on YouTube. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it does. It really has worked out for me in the better. It gave me a chance to reset and everything. And I think PewDiePie, like when you're that level, it's all relative though, because some people would say, oh, he'd come back and instead of getting 4 million views, he might get like 1 million. But to him, that's a huge hit.
Yeah.
Like it's a business, and you've lost like a fourth of your, well, you're going down to like a fourth of your size. I mean, but yeah, he's been fine with it, obviously. And I think it's healthy. I think YouTubers need to take 2 or 3 weeks every now and then, a couple times a year, to just pause.
I'm seeing so many people burn out, especially in our community, because our game is ass. So like that's
especially in our community, because FIFA isn't like the biggest game where the majority of the content creators, the majority do not have full-time editors, full-time. I think if you're like a top level creator in your thing, you've got a team around you. So taking a break, actually, your content can continue to roll out because you're not doing, say, what I'm doing, which is like the middle level of FIFA YouTube, where I'm doing the editing, I'm coming up with the ideas, I'm coming up with the thumbnails, I'm coming up with the streams are all me. Whereas if you're like a bigger guy, you can actually just pre-record for a week and then go, I'm taking 2 weeks off. And that's not that relevant relative to FIFA because it relies on content that comes out. But, other games in gaming, you can take that break.
Are you still looking for an editor? Did you find one yet? How is that pursuit?
I've fallen into this rhythm of 3 uploads a week and it's working perfectly for me, and I can manage that myself and then balancing streams around it. But if I ever find an editor that I just click with, it has to be somebody that I can sit in a Discord call with like you and just get on with. Because if I don't have that connection, if I don't have that connection with someone,
it's like I actually want to do some editing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's my way. Speaking of editors, I know a guy who's got plenty of experience. He sees kind of eye to eye. No, I'm just kidding. That's it, man. Like the dream is to have an editor because it gives you more focus on the content. Yeah. But
you have to find that person that's available and that gets your style, and that's hard.
You know what's been money for me lately? I'm not a YouTuber. I keep saying that. I can't tell people sort of, but not really. Like I have a fucking engineering degree. That's my first thing. YouTubing is like whatever if it works out. Point being, not the point. Yeah. What's been working out, because I need like creativity in like the longer form videos. Nelly News can be its own thing. The other videos, I need my own like jokes, my own cuts, everything. A little meditation every day, like 10 minutes. I just lay on the floor, do nothing, and it's hard. It's actually really hard.
I'd love to get into that. I think anything that you can do like that, that little self-improvement or that self-reflection. I mean, for me, it's working out. And with gyms being closed here, it's tough because I don't have that release to go to the gym and lift weights, or I train in martial arts and not being able to do that. That competitive edge taken away. I mean, it's tough, but I'd love to get into that meditation, man. I think I've heard so many good things about it.
My friend told me about it for years, and I was like, bro, I got time to meditate. I ain't
got time to sit there in silence. Like,
it couldn't have been a more beneficial. It seems like a waste of time. It seems it's like those people that say like sleep's not worth it, Like, I only sleep 4 hours a day. It's like, bro, you're doing some serious damage to your body if you're not sleeping on a regular basis. Like, so that's how I see meditation. Like, it's a very good investment that might be a little counterintuitive. Like, you're doing nothing, but out of doing nothing, you're able to like sit down and actually think about what you want to do. So I was reading this book. It was really interesting about people that get into this like corporate loop and they have that 9 to 5 job and they keep chasing the next step on that ladder. So they work their way into a manager. Let's say it takes them 5 years, but they've been working like 50, 60 hours a week. And at some point they have this moment where they're like, wait, what am I working towards again? They've been so in it for so many years, they don't even realize what matters to them at that point. And like, if you don't have that little self-reflection, you're just going to go down this like endless rabbit hole of nothingness,
Seriously, man, that's so accurate. You have to check yourself every now and then. And it's the same with like that forced break that I had to take from YouTube for effectively a month and streaming. Now my channel's the best it's ever been. The most views there's ever been.
Crushing on Twitch, if I may.
Twitch is smashing it, and it gives you that time. And whether it's just taking a forced break like I'm doing, or I encourage any content creators out there to really not worry about taking that week or 2 weeks or 3 week break. And like you said, finding a meditation on an avenue like that, I'm sure if I can incorporate that into myself, it would lead to more success. It gives you a chance to take a step back, look at everything, look at the directions, reset your goals and be like, okay, and then you can come back a lot healthier.
That brings up another thing we were talking about as well. Self-improvement was like language, learning a language. I didn't even know until you told me a couple weeks ago you were learning Italian.
Yes.
Grazie.
Yeah. Yes, that's yeah, fantastic.